Hello, in this video we'll be covering converting an InfoPath form to Power Apps leveraging Kudzu software. So first let's start with the InfoPath form. We have an employment application right here. We have some drop-down lists with some embedded lookup values. We have some repeating sections over here for education, employment, and references, and we have some attachment control capabilities. So let's convert this automatically to a Power Apps using Kudzu. All right, so let's jump over here to the Kudzu UI. This is the home page for Kudzu. This is where we import our forms or view all of the previously imported forms. So we'll click on Wizard. We're going to read the source document, then we'll get the results of that read. We'll write it out to Power Apps, and then we'll have our summary. So let's choose InfoPath Forms as our reader. We have an option to either import the form from our local hard drive, or we can point it to a SharePoint site collection. So we'll choose our SharePoint connection over here, and we have the ability to import both content type based InfoPath forms or just InfoPath forms that are templates in your form libraries. We'll choose this content type, and then we'll call this employment application. When we point it to a SharePoint site to import the form, we have the option to export the data. So if I have, say, 1,000 instances of that form within the form library, after we've done the conversion, we can then import the data into our target platform. But for now, we're just going to convert this to a Power App. So we'll choose Next. We're reading the form right now. We're converting it to what we call our uniform model, which is our form technology within Kudzu itself, and it gives us some overview. At this moment in time, I have the ability to make some edits. So if I click this edit button right here, this will open up the uniform designer, and this gives me the chance to rename fields, maybe add some new controls, remove some controls. But before I publish it out to Power Apps, I have some editing capabilities. It's a fully featured form designer. But a lot of times what we see is InfoPath form, maybe the naming conventions aren't great for their data model. So before we actually create those Dataverse entities, which we'll do automatically, we have the opportunity to clean things up if we need to. But for now, we're just going to keep the defaults. So we'll close that and we'll go back here. We'll click Next. And now we want to write the form out to Power Apps. So I'm going to choose the Power Apps writer. And over here, the settings that we have are specific to Power Apps. So if I'm going to another target platform, these will be slightly different. But these are essentially all of the things I have. I'm going to rename this prefix. This just gives me a prefix for our Dataverse entities in our environment. And then we have the option to use existing entities if they already exist, or we'll automatically create those Dataverse objects for you. The home view settings, this is like the home page for the app. It shows you all of the instances of the form that have been submitted. So we'll just choose a handful of these as the columns, and then we'll click on Next. And now Kudzu is taking that form, connecting up to Dataverse to build the objects in that system, and then creating the app package as well. So right now, you can see that it's prompting me to download this MS app. So we'll go ahead and save that. This is the actual Power App that we generated. So we'll save that. And now I can come over here to my Power Apps, and we'll go ahead and upload that app that Kudzu just created for us. So I'm going to come over here and say File, and then we'll say Open. And there's the employment application. Just double click on that. All right, so it's loading the form into Power Apps. And there's the home page that we configured in Kudzu with the different columns that we selected. So we'll go ahead and play this. There's our home page. We'll click on Add. And there's the InfoPath form converted to a Power App. So let's just go ahead and put in some information in here. Choose this. You can see we have all of our repeating sections that we had in the InfoPath form for our education, references, and previous employment. And we have our file upload there as well. We'll go ahead and click on Save. That will persist the data to the Dataverse entity. And there's the record that we just created. And just like that, we've converted our InfoPath form to Power Apps.